Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home. Today is part 2 of my spring cleaning for 2022. Because my zone cleaning is so thorough, I don't have traditional spring cleaning to do. So this gives me time to focus on home maintenance projects. So today, as 4 of my grandkids are swimming in my pool, I'm going to be showing you some of the projects that I'm working on this week. I'm also going to show you a few of the new products and tools that I'll be using. So this project that I'm doing right here is one that I do every spring. The tracks in this door collect a lot of dirt and fur, which inevitably affects the way that the door slides. If left, it would eventually cause issues with the door, so this is a must-do project. I start out by using my small handheld Ryobi blower. That way I can try to blow out as much of the dirt and fur as I possibly can. I do try to use my vacuum, but honestly, it just doesn't get enough into that groove to be able to suction out much. So, once I do this, I'm going to go back and I'll use my Bissell steamer to loosen up some of the embedded dirt that's left in here. I know that you've heard me say this before, but I think it's worth mentioning again. As you know, home maintenance is important to me. I try to take good care of the things that I feel that I've been blessed with, especially now that things aren't made as well as they were years ago. We have now been put into a position of having to repurchase items because they weren't made well the first time. So, in order for us to get as much use out of the products that we paid hard-earned money for, we have to be diligent in taking care of those things. So when I bring something new into my home, not only is it costing me money, it's also going to cost me time. So it's important to add that into the equation when you're bringing something new into your home. Once I get this all scrubbed out, I shut the slider and I use some fresh water to spray it all out. Unfortunately, that footage didn't make it. I think maybe I might have forgotten to turn on the camera. But I do have little ones running all around me, so that was a bit of a distraction. But rest assured, I did get it rinsed out. Now once it dries, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be adding in a dry lubricant. Now, when I was growing up, jobs like that required WD-40. But nowadays, they caution you against using WD-40 and would rather see you use a dry lubricant. Part of the reason is because WD-40 leaves a thick oil that attracts and holds onto that dirt. So, you're going to see me using a dry lubricant around my house today, including in this slider. I had a company reach out to me wanting me to try their cleaning tool. All they want is an honest review of their product. Now, they knew that I'd been looking for a good tool to help clean my tub, one that is safer than me standing in that slippery tub. So, in order to test this new product, I wanted to be sure that my tub was good and dirty. So I didn't clean it for 2 weeks, which is unlike me. Now, every night I take an Epsom bath, which leaves a ring after a couple of soaks. I also did a fake tan, which also leaves a ring. So, this tub is in need of a good scrubbing. So this is a cordless electric 360 spin brush with an extendable handle and 4 brush heads. The round brush is best for bathtubs and sinks. The wide flat brush is best for the floors, the tiles, swimming pool, things like that. The small brush is good for toilets and tiles, and the pointy brush is best for showers, kitchens, barbecue pits, and things like that. The brush heads click on and off, and it has 4 different positions that you can use when you're trying to get the right angle. And when you need to shorten the tool, the middle bar is easily removable. This is the charging port. With 5 minutes of charging, you'll have 5 to 15 minutes of use on full power. If you charge it for an hour, you'll have a full 80 to 180 minutes on full power. Now, I'm sure that those numbers are dependent on how strenuous of a job that you're doing. And this is a 3M command hook type thing that you use to hang this up on your wall. Okay, so I'm going to spray some of this CLR bathroom foam all over the tub, and then we're going to get to scrubbing. Now, I'm going to try different heads to see which ones that I like best for this tub. Okay, so I started off with a small flat brush, thinking that it would be good for the inside edge of the tub. But I think the pointed one works much better for this area. Now, with the pointed one, the bristles aren't as stiff, so I'm not worried that it's going to damage the caulking. So now I'm going to try the small flat brush on the drain stop, but I think that it's overkill for this area. I find that the dome-shaped brush is best for the inside of the tub, and that the pointed brush is good for the caulked area. Now pair that with the ability to change the angle of the head, and this becomes an invaluable tool for me. Now, I read reviews on this new product, and I was reluctant when I read that one of the customers said that it was only good for light cleaning. But I found that this tool has a lot of power. Now, I haven't talked about it much, but I have RA, which when I'm in a flare, I have a hard time using my hands. So this tool is going to help me to keep this bathtub clean. Now, I'm sure that there's many areas that I can use this around the house. So I'll end up discovering that, and once I do, I'll share those with you. This tub is good and clean, and I didn't even break my back to do it. Now, I'll add a link to this brush down in my description box if you're interested in seeing it. And I want to thank Tiswall for reaching out to me and sending me this product to review. Okay, so this is another new to me product. Now, I was looking for a good grout cleaner that was pH balanced for my grout. Now, when we moved into this home, we assumed that our builder sealed our grout, but we've since learned that that's not the case. So I have some areas that need light cleaning, and I have a couple of areas that it's going to need a little bit heavier cleaning. So I bought this cleaner along with this extendable grout brush. So let's go ahead and try these out and see what we get up. By the way, all the products that you see me using today, I'm going to link those down in my description box for you. I'm going to show you here in a second, but I'm finding that this stuff is pulling up a lot of gunk, not only from the grout but also my tile. So when I first moved into this home, I was using Mop and Glow on these floors. And if you watch some of my earlier videos, you'll see me using that Mop and Glow. Well, I started noticing that the floors were looking streaked, so I was on the hunt for a new product. So what I'm finding here is that this cleaner is pulling up that waxy buildup. So I think I'm going to need to spray all the tiles and maybe use that electric brush to get this all cleaned up. But today I'm going to be just working on the grout. So I'm going to go into the kitchen and we're going to clean that, and then I want to show you a couple of tips and tricks that I have for you. I'm really glad that I got this grout brush. It fits perfectly into the grout lines and the bristles are stiff enough to get this job done. By the way, once I get this all cleaned up, my husband and I are going to go back in and we're going to seal this grout. Did you know that you should be resealing your grout every couple of years? Now, sealing your grout isn't going to keep your grout clean. You're still going to have to use your little brush and a cleaner like this to get in there and get the grout clean. But the sealer helps it to where that if you spill something, it doesn't stain the grout. You want to be very careful what you're cleaning your grout with. You don't want to use ammonia or bleach. Those things will break down the grout, and then you're going to end up having to not only reseal the grout, you're going to have to put new grout in. So be very careful with what you're using to clean the grout. I'm using a pH balanced formula that is meant to clean this grout. Okay, so one of my tips that I have for you is to add some hot water from your kettle into your mop water and cleaning solution. This will give you an incredible clean. And my second tip is when you mop, first mop the perimeter of your floor by your baseboards. That way, when you're taking your mop back and forth, you don't push dirt onto the baseboards. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with you watching me up close. I first mop by my baseboards. That way I have a clean perimeter to mop into so that I'm not pushing dirt straight onto my baseboards. And then oftentimes, depending on how dirty my floor is, I might go back and wipe over the perimeter one more time. Now, I have a couple of stubborn spots in my grout that will need the next level of cleaning. Again, I don't want to use a strong chemical on here if I don't have to, so I'm going to try my Bissell Steam Shot. Look at all that dirt that it got up. Now I have a couple more spots around my house that I'll be tending to off camera. Today I'm just showing you the things that I'll be working on this week during my spring cleaning. Now I'm not going to take you along as I do all this spring cleaning because there's just so much to do that I can't get it all done in one filming day. But I want you to have a good idea of the things that I do so that it gives you inspiration to take care of some of these things in your home. Another thing that I'll be working on this week are the insides of these windows. Now I'm going to go ahead and vacuum them out, and then I'll use this Bissell Steam Shot to steam away some of the dirt that's left over. I'm being a little nitpicky here, but actually in a couple of weeks I'm going to be power washing the outside of the house, so this side of the track will be cleaned then. Okay, so my next task is to use this non-stick dry lube on all of my door handles, hinges, and locks. Again, back in the day we used to use the W40, but now they're suggesting that you use this dry lube, which I like a lot better because I do not have that mess of the oil. Now this product dries very quickly, so it does not leave that oily residue. However, you will see me wiping up drips to be safe. You can also spray it directly in the keyhole. as I'm doing this door handle, I can hear that my little grandson's waking up. So we're going to go in and check on him.
Bubby. Hi, Bubbers. Hi, Bubbers. Who taking napski at Grammy's house? Who is that taking napski at Grammy's house? Hi.
Gosh, he's so precious. Those little SpongeBob teeth get me every time. I'm also going to be spraying the tracks of all these windows. Okay, so we're back over to the large slider, so I'm going to go ahead and spray in all these tracks. Alright, so the final home maintenance project that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to run around the house and touch up paint areas that need attention. In last year's spring cleaning video, I showed you these little containers that I put house paint in. And I just use a little disposable brush and I touch up around the house. I hope this video has given you motivation to get some of the home maintenance projects done at your house. If you like this video, would you please give me a big thumbs up? It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get reminded every time I post a new video. I'm going to link a couple of other videos for you to go see after this one. I'll see you again on Thursday. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.